If you had unlimited access to true freedom, what would you do? Freedom in the truest sense of the word. Free to explore, build, and soar across the multiverse. To exist as whatever, wherever, whenever. Free to just be. How does one unshackle themselves from death and a decaying body? And when does a species finally grow up and design its own future? Well, if you're a transhumanist wishing to branch off from humanity, build something amazing, and reach the zenith of our potential, I promise you this video is worth your investment. I want this more than anything, and I'm hell-bent on making it reality. So if you're done talking about it and want to take action, hear me out. I'm not going to just sit around and let humanity fuck itself in the ass and hold me from my deepest desire. And I hope you're on the same page. Prior to diving into the designing phase, we must shine a light on the issues plaguing us now. What is hindering our chances of achieving something great like this? My answer is maturity. Our species is too immature to guide itself effectively. But what does it mean for a species to be mature? Is it a specific goal? An arbitrary point in evolution? Its place in the Kardashev scale? No. My definition is simple. A mature species is one that understands its size in the universe. One that accepts it has no inherent meaning or destiny it must follow. All of its values are subjective, so its goals should not come from a place of ego. Like how a child grows from thinking they're the most important human on earth to just another person. With that understood, a species is free to do whatever it wants and still be mature. What matters is the complete understanding of those goals carrying zero objective value. Now, I'm sure you can predict what I'm about to say next. Humanity is so far from being mature. We're just somewhat smart primates with massive fucking egos. We think we're so special, that everything we do has some sort of deeper purpose, that our specific DNA makeup is the single greatest thing to ever touch this otherwise lifeless universe. If humanity wanted to conquer the universe and convert every living thing within, then whatever. But at least have the balls to admit that you're doing it because you like the feeling of colonization, that you're just a bunch of littering assholes. But no. Humanity needs a constant circle jerk to actually do anything. Always being told how special they are and how above everything they are. All so they don't crumble under the sheer scale of an indifferent universe that doesn't bat an eye in their direction. So they can believe they're destined for greatness and in full control of that journey. And when you point this out, you get called anti-human, nihilistic, or just sick. You think you're wearing entropy as a badge of honor? That there's dignity in the dirt? Instead of humbling yourselves and intelligently designing a greater future for everyone, you're continuing this futile tug-of-war fueled by the impenetrable human spirit just to prove yourselves to yourselves in a different universe. It says a lot. If you want to continue worshipping yourselves, go right ahead. Continue tripping over your own shoelace like you're dancing. Continue succumbing to the same behaviors that led to every atrocity in human history. But if you actually want to change for the better like you say you do, then facing the mirror is a requirement. Lying to yourself out of fear doesn't do anything but hold you back. It keeps you from grappling with the very flaws binding you to your failures, and it keeps you from accountability. From an objective lens, humanity is just a petri dish of bacteria. A chaotic back and forth of individuals digging themselves into this destiny trap. No one can agree on what our future should be. Some want to conquer the stars and spread our DNA. Others to convert everyone to the right religion. Some want to be one of nature, and others call for human extinction. Those competing goals, combined with inflated egos and collective immaturity, leads to a mess. political propaganda, ideological wars, genocides. But hey, it's all for the greater good, right? Despite what it may appear on the surface, humanity isn't some unified entity with a goal. We're many, many primitive tribes fighting to be the winner of a never-ending current. And you know what? I'm absolutely tired of it. I'm done associating with this bullshit. I'm done with the unbreakable spirit and death makes life meaningful copes. If you wish to grow up, you must first leave your childhood behind. If you understand all this logic without clenching a fist in defense, then I'm with you, and I want you to join me in branching off and building something greater. So, what could the future actually look like? The one I'm attempting to build. Although my focus is on the virtual world and mind uploading, there is still a place for you if you wish to remain physical, and I'll address that later on. But for now, I need to clarify that the physical universe is no more meaningful than a simulated one. What would make it so and not just personal sentiment? If it were proven tomorrow that the universe is actually simulated, would that change how you view the world? If you understood the universe, you'd know it's essentially a particle simulation. However it works at the fundamental level or how it was formed is irrelevant here. If you simulate physics, the same patterns will emerge. Other than nostalgia, what would make the struggle for finite resources in the physical world more valuable than endless possibility in a simulated one? If you shed the need for meaning, you open the doors to much greater things. I envision a multiverse of possibility, endless worlds to build, explore, and exist within. In this virtual world, you're a god amongst all others, a mix of post-humans, AI, and any other intelligent being seeking the same thing. Want to wage wars? You're free to do so without affecting everyone else. Want to climb mountains, skydive, or fight zombies with friends? Join them in a private instance. Want to hang out and meet others? Join a public instance. You could even live any life distinct from your godhood. Plan out a life beforehand on your own, with friends, or select a pre-written life, then dive into the experience with zero recollection of your true self. A dream you wake up from. What I'm meaning to say is existence itself should be a solid platform, not a struggle in the sand. You shouldn't have to trek through layers of mud, avoiding landmines, just to do the things you want. Imagine if, in order to purchase and play a game on Steam, you had to leap through 50 different hoops, take 20 pointless surveys, take 7 exams, climb a mountain and fight a bear. Only after that you can play the game, but not without an ad every 5 seconds of gameplay. Oh, and if you wanted to play a different game, you have to uninstall the current one and repeat the process. And on top of that, if you died within any of those games, you delete Steam and never touch a game ever again. You see how bullshit that would be? Or would that be the struggle you want, the death makes life meaningful that drives you? Or, in the world I want to build, you'd have a perfect platform to freely access anything on top. Within those experiences, you find your struggles, creative outlets, social needs, and anything else. That's exactly what this would be. And if you're in, then let me explain the plan. I will only go over a brief and loose idea in this video to respect time, but if you want to deeper dive or join in the planning, then I'd love to have you join the Discord. So, how do we go about this? I'm imagining a solar system designed specifically for compute, a Dyson swarm for energy, small planet-sized computers orbiting the system to host the universes, and small, heavily guarded computers to host our uploaded post-biological minds. With uploading, I'm emphasizing the importance of the process. If we go about uploading the way the mainstream media portrays, we're going to have issues. Instead of copying and pasting, we transition gradually from physical to digital. These simulated brains will be connected via some sort of neural link to the larger computers. This is essentially full dive VR, but at a larger scale. But I mentioned earlier that those wishing to remain physical are welcome here as well, and I want to address that. This branch of post-humanity will be grouped into two categories: avatars and cultivars. Avatars are the ones I've just explained previously. Cultivars are those wishing for physical gene editing and mechanical upgrades, anything below mind uploading itself. Want better vision? Get better eyes. Want to run faster? Grow longer legs. We avatars need to allocate a planet or two for cultivars to exist on. And when it comes to a connection between these two groups, avatars can control physical bodies to visit cultivars, and cultivars can use VR headsets to visit avatars. Since this is only the beginnings of this project, there's so much that can change, and a proper community to be built around this single, shared passion for freedom and maturity. If any of this resonates with you in the right way, I'd absolutely love to have you in the Discord server and community in general. As an artist, I wanted to put more effort into this video, but I'm only one person and I have other related projects to work on. Plus, the brain fog and exhaustion is insane right now. And I do need to be transparent with you. I'm committed to this project despite the low odds of it succeeding. I'm not gonna make an empty promise just to recruit those wanting to hear a definite future. If we try and fail, we die. If we do nothing, we entrust our future on the chaos of humanity, likely dying. But if we try and succeed, we finally get the existence we deeply desire, and that slim chance is what everything I want with my existence rests upon. If you don't agree with any of this, then no one is forcing this upon you. This video wasn't made for you, so go scroll TikTok or something. But all I ask of you is to leave us the fuck alone. Don't try to force your ego onto us. Understand that I don't think I'm better than you. I'm just done with you. I don't even have the energy to argue anymore. But to those who genuinely feel what I'm saying, those who are ready to branch off from humanity, join me. Help build this community under the same shared passion. Anyway, this video was brief and minimally edited so that I can get the fire going as soon as possible. If you have further genuine questions, then I'm happy to answer them. My name is Bess, and this is your invitation to join Project Zenith. Discord link is in the comments and description. Peace.